Yo, guys, welcome to another Crypto EMC Trade for a Living podcast episode. And, well, I think if we look at the charts, simple, our long idea didn't quite play out. Now, the frustrating thing with anything and when you want to trade for a living is that you need to have a line drawn in the sand. And that line means that you need to have a clear invalidation, because looking at where it's at now, it almost might feel like the price is hopeful. Maybe this was a shakeout of the shakeout and that this is still a potential possibility. And you might be right in thinking that way. So I want to explore that with you guys today and also discuss, a few ideas for over the weekend. And yeah, that's it. So if that tickles your fancy, join the stream, give me a comment, say hi. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, and I'll get into charting. All right. So I'm going to go over to the weekly time frame on my trade panel, and this is the reason why I am in the swing sell short, and the reason why I'm holding it. It's still sitting in. It's been chopping around now, but the main argument behind that short is that Bitcoin, just like in the past, is showing that we are creating divergence. Then there's the Dow Jones cross line, and we'll look into that. But then when we do make that higher high met with a lower high in the RSI, it's not a significant breakout. So it's not like we're creating like this divergence and keeps on running. It's divergence that actually is impacting and creating a wave down. This is the potential beginnings of that. So there's a lot of similarities between what you see here and what is happening out here. And that is the reason that I'm cautiously, I was cautiously bearish. I mean, the whole stream yesterday, or half of the stream from yesterday, was pointing to the cautious bearish nature of Bitcoin. Now, the frustrating thing of where we are from a swing trader point of view, and this is why what's going to impact my decision making going forward, I'll show you that now, is that because we're in a situation where this 104,900 or wherever, that price point, 104,800, is support for Bitcoin. Looking at that pivot on the RSI, there, a support for Bitcoin. It means that if we're trying to do the continuation of a move, that would be a really good buy zone. But if we're looking for a lower low and the end of the move, that would be a really good sell zone, because what do you want to do? You want to buy good support levels, and you always want to sell good resistance levels. And that is a really good level. But it ends up painting a picture that looks like this. This is the trade setups or ideas that I shared, the trades I took for the last swing trades I took for the last while. And as you can see, we wanted to go short there for this, and it failed. Then we were looking to go long on support again for that. Then it failed. Then, okay, I didn't share the long that I took there with you guys on YouTube, but then subsequently we were looking to go short there, and that failed. Okay, and now we want to go long here. That fell. So this does look like, come on, as soon as you touch it, it goes in the opposite direction. And because we were still trending, I was optimistic. So you're trying to grab these entries because you want to see you want to see this. We're here for the bigger move. You want to see this entire move play out. But now, because this is happening and we're at that point, the game plan has to change, because now we're no longer retracing for more potentially. We're starting to become range bound around the support level. And this is how I'm going to move forward. So let's quickly go and just say morning to everybody on the Discord. In the Discord. So I'm busy in the Discord on YouTube. So good morning, Bertie. Good morning, Oxcorp. New name. Hey, nice to join me. First time I see you commenting. Matty, Dean, Martin, EM, another first timer. How you doing, buddy? Chris, Firestorm, Renee, good morning. Thanks for joining in live, guys. Okay, so this is what you need to do now, because we can't keep on doing this, going long just to see it fail, going short just to see it fail. So we need to have a different game plan. And it's the same game plan that I used here. So remember, this is our Bitcoin HODL chart. So let me just, come on, move nicely. As soon as we started getting a lot of fails, we're trying to get with momentum and it fails. The market becomes range bound. And the way that I look for my setups different. It starts to differ. Okay. And this is what we need to do. So I'm going to take away the brush strokes. I want to share this idea with you guys so that you can decide whether what I'm doing is going to benefit you or not. Remember, no financial advice on this channel, guys. I'm educating you, showing you how I would go about this. It's as simple as that. Okay. We can take that emoji away. So the first thing that you always need is your RSI. It's your best friend when it comes to what you need to do. And the goal is to say that if the market has 3 conditions, we know them. The first condition is bull market. Okay. And that's simple. Higher highs, higher lows, bull market. Bear market, for the obvious reason, is just the opposite of that. But then there's that third one, and that's the kangaroo market. Just keeps on doing this. And that is what we're entering at the moment, because our support levels are respected, but not in the same way. You know, the market is revolving around a support level, not bouncing on it. Okay, so now let's mark out that support level. The way that we do that is we start look for the divergence in the market. So when's the first time we created divergence, and when was the point for where the divergence started playing out? Okay, so this was our initial point where the divergence started playing out. So I'm using, just to help guide your eyes, I'm using the RSI as a guide stick to choose the candle. Okay. Then I'm focusing on the closing price, because the closing price is where the handshake occurs. If there's no handshake, it's no deal. It's just us bartering over a price point. Okay, so that is the axis. This means that around this range, the market will do what? It will create, come on, why can't I move that line? It will create a demand. I'm going to mark that. And it will create supply. So I'm going to put supply in there. This is supply liquidity. And then it will create demand liquidity. Okay. And this means that the market is range bound. That's what it is. Okay, so going forward, all that we need to do now is treat the market as if it's going to be range bound. And now we can do this and say, okay, right, let's just mark this out completely. You can clearly see that there's another significant axis point there. So let's call this what it is. There we go. Okay. And that's it. So what do we do? The rules for lateral ranges: when we're at the top, you're bearish, regardless of what you think big picture. And when you're at the bottom, you're bullish. Oh, that's not a very nice B, bullish. Okay. And you trade to the center of the range, meaning we're going to look for hunt for longs, trade it to their TP get out. Hunt for shorts, trade to their TP get out, until this resolves itself. So the goal is to try and avoid the trap of being in a good trade. Being in a trade that maybe turns profitable, and then do what? Get out, try and hope for more, and then end up getting stopped out, turning a winning into a losing trade. The same there, turning a winning trade into a losing trade, because clearly that is what the market is telling us to try and do. This was trying to trade for continuation. So it's just a pity one, but turning winning trades into losing trades. We want to try and avoid doing that now, because we clearly range bound. Now, this is the nature of Bitcoin. The last time we were range bound, we were here as well. This was also range bound environment. And the beauty with this is frustration, I understand, is there, but the beauty with once you're done being range bound is the market starts trending. And then you can take the easy trades and make the money. You can see all the shorts made money. The longs didn't really do much. And now the market was trending and we're in a range bound environment. So whether we're going to be trending again, meaning I'm only going to be looking for swing longs again there, because I don't want to be right. I want to make money. And I'm only going to look for swing shorts there because I don't want to be right. I want to make money. Okay. And for now, I just want to make money. And this is the range. This is the money maker. So we just need to chop around this range and understand that it's going to keep on chopping and take those trades. Okay. So I hope that that makes sense. That helps you guys going forward. Let's quickly, before we head over to the comments, quick reminder, guys. If you want to trade with me in my Discord, okay, all you need to do is have a Prime XBT account. So you can get the access and the links. So you head over to the Discord, links in the video description. Then you go to the navigation channel there, and you click on the Get Partner Roles. Once you're there, there's the Prime XBT exclusive benefits, which unlocks the trade room where I trade with everybody, okay, and gives you the buddy indicator. We'll look into that now. You click on that little button, it's going to open a one-on-one private ticket where you get the link. The link is in the video description as well, but the link for your Prime XBT account, additional benefits depending on what deposits you make, and you're going to provide me in this message your TradingView user ID so I can hook you up with the buddy indicator and your Prime XBT account ID so that I can verify everything. That's as simple as that. And then you get the buddy indicator. Okay. Now, the buddy indicator is basically a tool that I've developed over the years, looking at all my own trade strategies and trying to see the shorts that failed on YouTube is the shorts that failed on the indicator. So it's basically me in an indicator. It gives you the setup. And the buddy indicator at this stage is flashing the same little blue tags, telling us that there's a continuation potentially happening. So it will give us another few setups. So you can get this indicator and it runs with your trading. It colors the candles, whether it's bullish or bearish accumulation. It tells you whether we're trending, and it gets you in some nice lows, and it will get you out of some nice highs. You know, it's as simple as that. It prints the lines in advance, so you don't have to worry about something that's telling you what you should have done. When the setup is there, you will have the time within those lines to action the trade. Okay, simple as that. Right. Over to your comments now. Let's quickly talk comments. Stanley. Good morning. Looks like we're currently testing the underside of a 50% macro level. Seems like the sell signal once again is rumored alt season. Yes, it does feel that way. Look, there's a lot that that's happening at the moment regarding external factors in the market. I mean, Israel is at it again, and if we want to start looking at macro, levels. There's the upper end of the wick. But the way that I look at these things is I normally say to myself, we're creating a doji environment, and I want to give it time to play out. Hence the fact that I want to treat this as what it is, just a lateral range, because there's no way that you can tell me, or nobody can tell me, that there can't be another 2 or 3 or 4 more candles doing just that before the market decides what it wants to do. And that is a month in the scale of this analysis. And it means that what am I going to do for the next month? Keep on giving ideas and sharing thoughts on setups that clearly is looking for trend that's not there. No. So I'm changing the way that I'm looking. I'm looking for where demand is, and I'm looking for where supply is. And I'm no longer looking at where continuation is, because these were continuation of trend positions. And that's the reason for the change. So nicely spot, and exactly what we can do here. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Morning, Louis. Morning, Chris. Okay, that's it. So, guys, there you have it. Everything in a nutshell for the weekend. So let the market kind of tell you what it wants to do by allowing a few candles to just run through. If you want to trade, if you're more aggressively and you want to trade, my suggestion would be then to consider the 4-hour time frame. Let's just take that away. The Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, and zoom in. And consider that the 4-hour is still range bound, like I explained. And if that is the case, your argument would be on the 15-minute that price now is going to want to fill these imbalances there and there. And my next trade would be to try and, on the 15-minute, would be to try and look for a sell at around 106. to 106, 107. And the rule or the rhyme always goes, great buy zones, if failed, turns into amazing sell zones. Okay, so, and vice versa. What do I mean by this? This was an amazing sell zone. If it fails, it turns into amazing buy zone. And that's what I'm trying to look for. Okay, so I'm going to try and look for continuation on the 15-minute, but no longer considering, that's probably going to be just that little line on the significance on this 4-hour. But no longer looking at swing positions until we reach either 100 again, or we need 111, where I will then look to short. Okay, that's it. All right. Right, guys, thanks so much. You have a lovely weekend. Safe trading, as always. Come and join me in the Discord if you want. There's a few people waiting there already. And that's it. Cheers, guys.